Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be talking about how Halo Infinite will be a combination of each mainline Halo game that we've seen so far, bringing in different features from each game, and some of them are very noticeable. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like as it helps a bunch. First off, as you notice with Halo Infinite's campaign, the large and vast scale of the open world looks very similar to what we've seen way back in 2001's Halo Combat Evolved. 343 confirmed that they wanted to go for a more large open world scale campaign similar to the level Halo in Combat Evolved. Also, with the campaign being open world, we're going to have large structures, very vast openings, and interesting Forerunner buildings to be explored. As we've seen from the concept art and the snippet of E3's 2021 campaign segment, we've seen the huge Banished building, which looks like it's going to have a vast and large open interior, which I can't wait to explore this fall. So that's the feature, or I guess you would call it more of a design element, being put into Halo Infinite, taking inspiration from Halo CE. Next, we're going to be talking about Halo 2 and how they're implementing weapon racks into Halo Infinite's multiplayer, as we've seen in the gameplay videos of the Spartan grabbing guns off weapon racks in the maps. Those are an inspiration from Halo 2's, as you would see through the campaign missions like Cairo Station, where you grab your guns off the racks, which is an interesting little way to do it instead of just having the weapons laying down or on the floor. They're taking inspiration from Halo 2's mission Delta Halo, where you have pelicans that drop pods onto the map to resupply your UNSC weapons that you use throughout the mission. With Halo Infinite, in the multiplayer, we are going to be getting it to where they drop in an ordnance pod randomly throughout the map. Not like Halo 4, where you call it in as like a streak for points you earn, but it's just random and it's up for the grabs for anybody. With those two features being brought in from Halo 2, it's going to make the multiplayer feel more real and enjoyable and similar to what we've seen before way back in 2004. Moving on to Halo 3, as we all know, equipment is returning to Halo Infinite. Being the big inspiration from Halo 3's equipment that we've seen in the past, equipment will be back and we'll have multiple different tools at our use. Halo 3 had a good variety of equipment, as the shield wall, the gravity lift, the power drain, the radar jammer, and many more. With Halo Infinite, we see some similar ones with the drop wall as being in relation to the shield wall that we've seen in Halo 3, which I'm sure might be used the same way, where you can shoot through it one way but not through the other way. Which, fun fact, where people didn't know, where you could shoot actually through the inside part of the shield wall. But yeah, equipment's returning and being the big inspiration from Halo 3 and that classic Halo feel that we all know from 2007, with using different types of equipment throughout your multiplayer matches. And also, it'll be on the map available to pick up randomly, and also they'll be placed on the map and it'll be respawned at a certain time after you pick them up. Next up is Halo Reach, and we all know that the Spartan customization in Halo Infinite looks very detailed and very intricate, because Halo Reach had the best armor customization up until now. In Halo Reach, you could customize pretty much any part of your Spartan. Your legs, your shoulders, your hands, your chest, your helmet, your visor, and especially armor effects, which was a great feature and one that a lot of people love till this day. And with Halo Infinite, they're taking all of that and they're turning it up a notch, with adding gloves and prosthetics to your Spartan to be able to be customized, and armor coating system, which will introduce color schemes that we never saw or could be imagined in Halo until now. Also, there's even more ways to customize our Spartans with the new AI personal voice system, which is not replacing the classic voice announcer that we will have as well.
Flame.
But more just for smaller details that are being told into your ear, like the other Spartan voices we've seen in Halo 5. There's also a few things coming to Halo Infinite for customization that we don't know yet and are saving for surprises, because there's a lot of cool stuff that they're holding off to show until release. Next off, with being Halo 4, we actually have one that's similar to Halo 2 within the feature being added, but in 343's gameplay multiplayer overview video, they did confirm it's the feel of Halo 4 with getting ordnance drops, which are not called in personally, but random pelicans that come and drop in vehicles and different weapons on the map for you. All at random, no calling them in, no kill streak, no nothing. Which they said it's taken inspiration from Halo 4's personal ordnance drop. Our last mainline Halo game is Halo 5 Guardians, and with that game, Halo Infinite is bringing back the movement and armor abilities that we've seen with Halo 5. Starting with the sprint that was started in Halo 4, but with Halo 5, it was more intricate and took more skill to use, as if you wanted your shield to recharge, you wouldn't be able to sprint, or else your shield shield would reset a countdown timer to where it could charge again, which was a great way to counter it. Halo 5's slide was a very fun and good movement feature to keep the momentum going that people loved about the classic Halo experience that we kind of missed with Halo 4, based on movement and momentum with your Spartan, with having to sprint to go to your max movement speed and you couldn't be able to do anything else. With Halo 5, the slide adds it to where you can keep that mobility and still do different things like shoot enemies, throw nades, while you're keeping that momentum from your full-on sprint you had. Next is the clamber, a controversial feature in Halo because of the skill required with jumps and different ways to jump on maps, and making maps a little bit taller and more vertical to add for the extra clamber you'd have to do and the animation for the clamber that would take a split second to do, which could lose you a gunfight. I personally don't mind clamber in Halo, as I find with Halo 5, even though there's a lot of ledges you have to clamber, 343 has gave you options, and a lot of them you don't need to clamber. You can easily jump on one or two objects to get to the same location, but as you do that, it takes you a second or two longer. So 343 has gave many options with Halo 5, and I'm sure they will give with Halo Infinite as well. Based on what we've seen with the maps, it looks like it, where you'll be able to have two different ways to make jumps a lot. Either you can clamber it and do the animation, or if you don't want to clamber and keep your gun up the entire time, then you can take the other route while making an extra jump. So we got a lot of inspiration from certain Halo games, while a little bit of inspiration from others, but it all adds up to including everyone's Halo that they loved and reasons they loved about it into Halo Infinite, which makes most of the community very happy. That's all I could find today, guys, with features being brought to Halo Infinite from different Halo games. But if you think I missed some important features that are coming, please let me know in the comments down below so we can see what else would be included with Halo Infinite based on inspiration from all the other mainline Halo games. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, and if you're new here, subscribe for more Halo content all the way up to the launch and post-launch of Halo Infinite this fall. We'll see you guys in the next one.